Vivian slammed the crystal glass down on the marble countertop, shattering it into 1,000 glittering shards that mirrored her fractured soul. "You're nothing but a servant, Rain. Remember that when I parade you in front of my world tonight," she hissed, her voice laced with venom that hid a deeper, unspoken ache. But as Rain's eyes met hers, wide with hurt yet unflinching, a spark ignited in the air, promising a storm that neither could foresee. In the heart of Manhattan's Upper East Side, where skyscrapers pierced the sky like ambitious dreams, Vivian Harrington reigned supreme. At 35, she was the epitome of American success. A self-made millionaire who had clawed her way from a modest Boston upbringing to owning a chain of luxury boutique hotels. Her penthouse overlooked Central Park, a sprawling oasis of white leather sofas, abstract art worth millions, and floor-to-ceiling windows that framed the city's relentless pulse. Vivian's life was a meticulously curated performance. Board meetings by day, galas by night, and a string of superficial flings that never touched her guarded heart. Rain Morales, on the other hand, was the invisible force keeping Vivian's world pristine. At 28, Rain had immigrated from a small town in Texas, her Mexican heritage evident in her warm olive skin, and the subtle lilt in her voice when she let her guard down. She had taken the maid position 2 years ago, drawn by the promise of steady pay to support her ailing mother back home. Rain moved through Vivian's home like a shadow, polishing silver, folding linens, and anticipating needs before they were voiced. She admired Vivian from afar, not just for her beauty, with those sharp green eyes and cascading auburn hair, but for the quiet vulnerability she glimpsed in rare moments, like when Vivian stared out at the park, lost in thought. The invitation came on a crisp autumn evening. Vivian had been pacing her study, phone in hand, ending yet another call with her ex-partner, a socialite named Elena who had left her for someone more exciting. Bitterness festered like an open wound. That's when the idea struck. A petty revenge against the world that had hardened her. She would invite Rain to her annual charity gala, dress her up like a doll, and subtly expose her as the help, watching the elite crowd's reactions for amusement. It was cruel, yes, but Vivian convinced herself it was harmless fun. A way to reclaim power. "Rain," Vivian called out, her tone deceptively sweet as she entered the kitchen where Rain was preparing dinner. Rain looked up, wiping her hands on her apron, her dark curls tied back in a practical ponytail. "Yes, Miss Harrington? I've decided you should come to the gala with me this weekend. As my guest." Vivian's lips curved into a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Rain's heart skipped. "Me? But I don't have anything to wear. And I'm just..." "Nonsense. I'll take care of everything. Consider it a thank you for your service." Vivian waved a hand dismissively, but inside, she plotted the details. A dress that was slightly too flashy, introductions that highlighted Rain's status, whispers to friends about the charity case. Rain, naive to the malice, felt a flutter of excitement. For once, she wouldn't be invisible. She spent the next days in a whirlwind. Vivian dragged her to fittings, where stylists transformed her simple beauty into something ethereal. The gown was emerald silk, hugging her curves in a way that made Rain blush. "You clean up well," Vivian remarked, her gaze lingering a second too long, stirring something unfamiliar in her chest. The night of the gala arrived under a canopy of stars. The venue was Vivian's flagship hotel ballroom, alive with chandeliers casting diamond-like sparkles, jazz music from a live band, and the murmur of New York's elite. Vivian arrived first, in a sleek black dress that screamed power, mingling with investors and celebrities. Then Rain entered, hesitant but radiant, turning heads. Vivian spotted her and approached, linking arms possessively. "Everyone meet Rain, my indispensable maid. Isn't she stunning? I thought it'd be fun to give her a night off." The words landed like subtle barbs. Guests chuckled politely, some exchanging glances. Rain's smile faltered, a flush creeping up her neck as she realized the setup. "Why would you do that?" Rain whispered when they were alone by the bar, her voice trembling. Vivian shrugged, sipping champagne. "Lighten up. It's just a joke." But as the evening wore on, something shifted. Rain, instead of shrinking, held her head high. She engaged in conversations, her genuine warmth contrasting Vivian's polished facade. A prominent artist complimented Rain's insights on a painting, and soon others gravitated toward her. Vivian watched, irritation turning to intrigue. Who was this woman she had underestimated? By midnight, under the ballroom's soft lights, Vivian found Rain on the balcony, staring at the city. "You surprised me tonight," Vivian admitted, her voice softer. Rain turned, eyes glistening. "Did I? Or did you just never bother to see me?" Their words hung in the air, charged with unspoken tension. Vivian reached out, brushing a strand from Rain's face, and for the first time, felt a crack in her armor. As the party wound down, whispers spread, not of humiliation but of the magnetic duo. Vivian drove Rain home in silence, the city lights blurring past. In the elevator to the penthouse, their hands brushed, sending jolts through both. "Good night," Rain said, but Vivian caught her wrist. "Stay. Just talk." That night, over coffee in the kitchen, barriers crumbled. Vivian shared her lonely childhood, the betrayals in love. Rain opened up about her dreams deferred, her fear of vulnerability. Laughter mingled with tears, and as dawn broke, they sat closer, hearts sinking in rhythm. Little did they know, this was just the beginning of a love that would test them to their cores. Weeks blurred into a secret whirlwind. Vivian and Rain's connection deepened in stolen moments. Late-night talks turning into lingering touches, shared meals evolving into confessions. Vivian, accustomed to control, found herself unraveling. Rain's kindness pierced her cynicism. Her laughter filled the penthouse's empty echoes. But secrecy bred tension. Vivian's world demanded perfection, and dating the help? Unthinkable. She introduced Rain as a friend at casual brunches, but the lie chafed. Rain, sensing the hesitation, pushed gently. "Are you ashamed of me?" "Of course not," Vivian lied, but doubt seeded. Enter Elena, Vivian's ex, who reappeared like a ghost from the past. At a business lunch, Elena cornered Vivian. "Heard about your little Maid fling. Cute, but darling, it'll ruin you." Her words were poison, laced with jealousy. Elena, still smarting from their breakup, saw an opportunity. Vivian dismissed it, but Elena plotted. She befriended Rain under false pretenses, posing as a hotel guest needing assistance. Over coffee, Elena dropped hints. "Vivian's always been fickle. She used me, then discarded me." Rain, insecure about their class divide, absorbed the doubts. Does she really care? Or am I just a distraction? Meanwhile, Vivian planned a surprise. A weekend getaway to the Hamptons, her beach house a sanctuary of white sands and ocean views. "No more hiding," she told Rain, handing her a key. "This is us real." The drive was filled with music and stories. At the house, they walked the beach at sunset, hands intertwined. "I love you," Vivian whispered, the words foreign yet true. Rain's kiss in response was fierce, sealing their bond under the stars. But back in the city, conflict brewed. Vivian's board of directors, tipped off by Elena's whispers, questioned her judgment. "Personal scandals could tank our stock," one said. Vivian defended fiercely, but pressure mounted. Rain faced her own demons. Her mother called health worsening, needing money for treatment. Rain confided in Vivian, who offered to pay. "Let me help." Pride warred with necessity. "I don't want your pity." "It's not pity, it's love." Their first fight erupted in the penthouse kitchen. "You think money solves everything?" Rain yelled, tears streaming. Vivian, defensive, snapped back. "Without it, where would you be?" The words hung like daggers. Rain stormed out, seeking solace in a Brooklyn bar. Her old neighborhood's familiar grit. There she ran into an old friend, Maria, who listened and hugged her. "You deserve better." Vivian alone paced, regret gnawing. She drove through the night to find Rain, apologizing on a rainy street. "I was wrong. You're everything to me." Reconciliation was sweet. Passionate embraces, whispered promises. But Elena lurked, sending anonymous texts to Rain. Photos of Vivian with past lovers, captioned "History repeats." Doubt festered. At a charity event, Elena confronted them publicly. Vivian, still playing with the help? How quaint. The room hushed. Vivian froze, but Rain stepped forward. "She's more than you'll ever understand." The standoff escalated Vivian's resolve. She cut ties with Elena, but the damage was done. Rumors spread through social circles, affecting business deals. Rain, feeling like a liability, considered leaving. "Maybe we're too different." Vivian pulled her close. Differences make us stronger. As winter set in, their love deepened amid New York's festive lights. They volunteered at a shelter, Rain teaching Vivian humility, Vivian showing Rain ambition's beauty. Small acts cooking together, dancing in the living room, built a foundation. Yet high drama loomed. Elena, obsessed, leaked a story to a tabloid. Millionaire's Maid affair. Scandal in high society. Photos from the gala surfaced, twisted into sensationalism. Vivian's phone exploded with calls. Investors pulled out. Friends distanced. In a board meeting, they demanded she end it. Choose, her or the empire. Torn, Vivian retreated. Rain found her crying in the study. What do we do? I don't know, Vivian admitted, vulnerability raw. That night they held each other. Love clashing with reality. Rain suggested a break. For your sake. No, Vivian said. We'll fight. But Elena's betrayal peaked when she fabricated evidence. Forged emails suggesting Rain was after money. Presented to Vivian by a concerned associate, it shook her trust. Confrontation ensued. Is this true? Vivian demanded, waving the papers. Rain's eyes widened in horror. How could you believe that? The argument raged, words like weapons. Rain left, heartbroken, crashing at Maria's. Vivian, alone, uncovered Elena's scheme through a private investigator. Regret flooded her. She raced to Brooklyn, begging forgiveness on Maria's doorstep. I was a fool. Please come home. Rain, tears flowing, embraced her. Home is you. Their reunion was a turning point. Love fortified by trial. Spring brought renewal to New York. Cherry blossoms painting Central Park in pinks and whites. Vivian and Rain emerged stronger. Their bond a quiet rebellion against societal norms. Vivian restructured her company, prioritizing ethical practices over cutthroat deals. She introduced Rain as her partner at events, defying stares. This is love, she declared, her voice steady. Rain pursued her passion, enrolling in night classes for interior design, Vivian's encouragement fueling her. They dreamed of a future, perhaps a home in the suburbs, away from the city's glare. But drama resurfaced with Rain's mother. Her condition deteriorated, surgery was needed. Rain flew to Texas, Vivian insisting on accompanying. In the small-town hospital, cultural clashes arose. Rain's conservative family eyed Vivian suspiciously. She's your boss, her mother asked weakly. More than that, Mama. She's my everything. The revelation sparked tension. Rain's brother, protective, confronted them. This isn't right. Our family doesn't do that. Vivian, unaccustomed to rejection, felt exposed. But she stayed, helping with chores, winning over with sincerity. When the surgery succeeded, gratitude softened barriers. Thank you for loving my daughter, Rain's mother whispered. Back in New York, their harmony was tested again. A rival hotelier, allied with Elena, launched a smear campaign. Lawsuits loomed, threatening Vivian's empire. In the midst of chaos, Rain discovered Elena's deeper motive. Unrequited love for Vivian, twisted into vengeance. She wants what we have, Rain said. Vivian confronted Elena at a rooftop bar. City winds whipping around them. Why? We were over long ago. Because you never saw me like you see her, Elena spat, eyes wild. The encounter ended in tears, Elena's breakdown, Vivian's pity. Move on. Find your own happiness. But betrayal struck closer. A trusted assistant, bribed by the rival, leaked confidential plans. Vivian's hotels suffered, stocks plummeting. In the penthouse, amid boxes of documents, Vivian broke. I might lose everything. Rain held her. You have me. That's enough. They brainstormed late into nights, Rain's fresh ideas sparking innovation. Together they pivoted, launching eco-friendly initiatives that attracted new investors. Emotional depths plunged when Rain faced her own crisis. A letter from an ex-girlfriend in Texas arrived, stirring old wounds. I miss you. Come back. Vivian found it, jealousy flaring. Do you still love her? No, Rain assured, but the seed of doubt grew. A heated argument followed, echoes of past insecurities. You're always waiting for me to fail, Vivian accused. Rain retorted. And you're always assuming the worst. They separated for days, Rain in a hotel, Vivian drowning in work. Loneliness amplified regrets. Vivian left voicemails. I need you. Please. Rain returned, forgiveness in her eyes. We fight because we care. Their love evolved, more resilient. Summer brought a road trip across America. Route 60's dusty roads, diners, and motels. In the Grand Canyon under vast skies they renewed vows. Forever, Vivian promised. Back home, climax built. The rival scheme unraveled when evidence of bribery surfaced, thanks to Vivian's investigator. A press conference cleared her name but not before losses. In the aftermath, Vivian proposed downsizing. Let's start fresh together. Rain agreed, but a twist. She discovered she was pregnant via a past donor decision, kept secret amid turmoil. I wanted to tell you, but... Vivian, stunned, felt betrayal. How could you hide this? It's our chance for family, Rain pleaded. Emotions swirled, fear, joy, anger. Vivian stormed out, wandering Central Park, reflecting on her life of isolation. Realization dawned. Love meant embracing the unknown. She returned, kneeling. We'll do this. Together. Tears of relief sealed it. As autumn leaves fell again, they prepared for new beginnings, love's depth outweighing scars. The pregnancy announcement rippled through their lives like a stone in a pond. Vivian, ever the planner, transformed a guest room into a nursery, painting walls in soft blues under New York skyline. Rain glowed, her hand often on her belly, sharing stories of her own childhood. But challenges mounted. Media scrutiny intensified post-scandal. Paparazzi hounded them. Millionaires made baby drama, headlines screamed. Vivian's family, estranged Boston blue bloods, reached out disapproving. This lifestyle. And now a child. Her mother lectured over lunch. Vivian stood firm. It's my life. Our family. Rain's health scare added drama. A false alarm at a checkup, sending them rushing to the hospital. In the waiting room, Vivian paced, praying silently. I can't lose you. All clear, but it deepened their bond. They attended therapy, unpacking traumas, Vivian's abandonment issues, Rain's fear of inadequacy. A betrayal from within struck. Maria, Rain's friend, jealous of their happiness, leaked personal details to tabloids for cash. Photos of intimate moments surfaced. Rain confronted Maria in a Brooklyn cafe. Why? I trusted you. You changed. Forgot your roots, Maria sneered. Heartbroken, Rain cut ties, leaning on Vivian. People hurt us, but we have each other. As winter holidays approached, they hosted a small gathering, friends who accepted them. Laughter filled the penthouse, toasts to resilience. High tension peaked at a New Year's Eve party. Elena appeared uninvited, drunk and desperate. Take me back, Vivian. She's nothing. Chaos ensued, shouts, security intervening. Rain, protective, stood between them. Leave us alone. Elena's exit marked closure, but not without emotional toll. Vivian spiraled, questioning worth. Am I good enough for you? For the baby? Rain reassured with a kiss. You're perfect for us. Spring labor came early, dramatic in a snowstorm. Traffic jammed. Vivian drove frantically to the hospital. Breathe, love. We're almost there. In the delivery room, amid beeps and encouragement, their daughter arrived, tiny, crying with Rain's curls and Vivian's eyes. They named her Hope, symbol of renewal. Postpartum brought raw emotions. Rain struggled with blues. Vivian balanced work and home. Arguments flared over small things, but communication healed. They moved to a Connecticut suburb, a cozy house with a yard, leaving Manhattan's frenzy. Vivian semi-retired, consulting. Rain opened a design studio. Community acceptance varied. Some stares at school events, but allies emerged. They volunteered at LGBT centers, sharing their story, inspiring others. A final twist. Elena sent an apology letter, seeking forgiveness. Vivian met her for coffee. I've changed. Therapy helped. Closure came. I forgive you, Vivian said, freeing herself. As years passed subtly in this chapter, their love matured. Anniversaries celebrated with beach walks, hope's milestones cherished. One evening under stars, Rain whispered. From that party to here. Unbelievable. Vivian smiled. Best twist ever. Hope grew into a spirited toddler, her laughter echoing through their home like a melody of joy. Vivian and Rain navigated parenthood with equal parts wonder and exhaustion, nights of colic soothed by shared rocking, days of playground adventures in the crisp New England air. Their love, forged in fire, now burned steadily, a beacon against life's storms. But echoes of past drama lingered. A documentary producer approached, wanting to tell their story. From humiliation to happiness. A modern fairy tale. Rain hesitated. Do we expose ourselves again? Vivian nodded. If it helps others, yes. Filming unearthed memories. Interviews revisiting the gala. Elena's betrayal. Emotions resurfaced, testing them. During a shoot, Vivian broke down. I almost lost everything because of my pride. Rain comforted. But you gained us. The documentary aired to acclaim, sparking conversations on class, love, and resilience. Messages poured in, from young women inspired to apologies from old acquaintances. Personal growth deepened. Vivian mentored at-risk youth, channeling her wealth into scholarships. Rain's studio thrived, designing inclusive spaces. A subtle conflict arose when Hope started school. Bullying whispers about two moms reached them. At a parent meeting, Vivian advocated fiercely. Love is love. Teach your kids that. Rain, softer, organized community events, fostering understanding. Their anniversary marked a milestone. 10 years since the gala. They renewed vows in Central Park, surrounded by friends and family. Rain's mother, now healthy, attended, embracing Vivian. My daughter chose well. Under blooming trees they danced, whispers of forever. But life delivered one last dramatic curve. A health scare for Vivian. A lump detected during a routine check. Biopsy waited like a shadow. Rain held her through nights of fear. We'll face this together. Benign, but the ordeal reinforced fragility. Every moment counts, Vivian said. They traveled, Europe's romance, Asia's wonders, with Hope creating memories. In quieter times they reflected. That invitation was meant to break me, Rain mused. Instead it built us, Vivian replied. Their story ended not in fairy tale perfection, but human triumph. Scars remained, but love healed. In America's vast landscape, from city lights to suburban peace, they embodied hope. Two women who defied odds, their hearts intertwined eternally. As the sun set on another day, Vivian and Rain sat on their porch, Hope playing nearby. I love you, Vivian said simply. And I you, Rain echoed. In that moment all was right. A testament to love's enduring power.